We're living in something right now that is so surreal, so detached from reality. I don't even know where to start, but I'm going to do my best to see if I can put this all into a kind of a perspective, which I hope makes some sense to you. We're going to be talking about something. We're talking about a little bit about pardons, a little bit about J6, a little bit about the election, obviously, what this past week. And I want to start off with the idea that I was trying to figure out today. I've been in a kind of a state of befuddlement. I don't know what it is precisely that I'm feeling. I'm thrilled that President Trump is in, but it's as though I've been in a world that for the past 4 years I've almost been in kind of like suspended animation. All of these things were happening, but it wasn't really done by Biden. Biden wasn't the president. It was not Kamala. It was not him. I don't know what you call it. It's the strangest feeling I've ever had. It's the weirdest thing. He's gone, but does it really matter? Don't really know. He's gone, but he never really had anything to do with anything. It wasn't him. We have these, pardons, but somebody did it for him. It's not him. He wasn't here. He was on vacation most of the time. Yet the country was collapsing under the weight of something, ineptitude or corruption, but it wasn't him. It was somebody else. It was whoever ran the show. It's the strangest thing. We had this I don't know. I guess it was him, maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't know what this was. I've been trying to think about it. I was like, what was this? Okay. The Democrats don't know what happened. They sat back, and I've got, friends of mine. I'm going to give you one guy in particular. He's so perfect. He doesn't realize it. If only he knew. I like him kind of as a person, but he's so perfect. And I'm going to give him as an example. I'm not going to mention his name. Let's say his name is Larry. We're going to call Larry. And Larry never really believed in anything during the Biden administration. Never believed in anything. Never cared about trans athletes, never cared about any of this stuff. Not really into it. This Larry is I think he's like in his early 70s, Jewish fellow, very, very, very kind of, he's very interesting too. He's a guy who, Jewish, but, sort of, yeah. Always looked at Israel as, that's our team, so, okay, yeah. Doesn't really understand a lot of what's going on. It's so interesting. I said, do you know what's going on with, well, and he has this idea that somehow they have been through so much through all the years that kind of whatever they do is okay. It's just okay. It's you know what I mean? It's okay. They've been through a lot. The Holocaust and this, and they've got to fight. You don't understand. It's Hamas and Iran. And he has this idea that whatever you do, I don't want to hear about it. Okay. Turns around and he has this idea that January 6th was this pogrom. I hate to use that term, but this attack against civilization or something. I don't know. And he talks about it, these people, these horrible people, the Proud Boys. And I said, do you know what you're talking about? Somebody pushed a cop. I said, do you know what these people have been through? What these protesters have been through, the hell they've been through. Do you have any idea what American citizens have been through? No, because he has this idea, the same way he has this idea of Gaza and Palestine and the Philadelphia corridor and Rafah and I don't know. I think he was there once as a guy. Iran, J6, bad, evil. And it's all condensed into this thing called I hate Trump. And for the longest time, he's been in suspended animation. It's like he never cared about anything. He just didn't care because there was no Trump. For 4 years, he didn't know what Biden was doing. He's a businessman. And I said, Larry, do you know what's happened to the economy? Wow. And he represents so many people. Now that Trump is back, he has come back. He's got something to hate again. And he's now back in quote politics. Larry's been dormant. I said, do you understand what Biden was like? Nothing has happened for the past 4 years. Like he didn't realize it. It was, he just didn't realize it. And a lot of Democrats, they just didn't realize this. And I said, do you understand what preemptive pardons mean? And doesn't care. Biden did it. If Trump did it, you'd go crazy. Do you understand you gave pardons out to people who were never charged? At least you can say whatever you want with Nixon. Nixon, they gave him a pardon because they were going, we know what this was about. There was Watergate and then came the pardons. So don't think for a moment that all of a sudden, no, this was different. But he's giving pardons to his daughter or his wife, not his wife, excuse me. That must have been a problem. Never gave her a pardon for anything. You don't think Jill was? Never gave his wife a pardon. I said, what happens if all of a sudden Trump decides to give the entire Trump Corporation a pardon? The Trump Corporation, the Trump golf course, Bedminster, the hotel, each of his sons' families, their in-laws, Morris County, New Jersey, the New York Knicks, the NFL, all illegal aliens. What if he had said, all illegal aliens? All of them. I don't know their names, but I'm going to give them a class. And I asked him, I said, do you understand what happened? Do you get what has happened? Do you understand? Not a clue. He doesn't matter because Larry doesn't know anything about this because Larry is not into politics. He's into teams. He has a team called Israel. He has a team called, I guess, the anti-Trump team. He's not really a Democrat. I said, do you know what these people have been through? The hell they've been through. The January 6th denied due process. You talk about the Constitution and that Trump, it's like selective. Doesn't understand this. Well, here's the latest. The latest is they're saying that Elon Musk, now I can't say, and at 8 o'clock, my friends, at 8 o'clock, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. One's dropping on this lunacy of Elon. I'm going to call it the nutsy because, or nutso or something, because of algorithms that I have to live under and through here in speaking to you. They'll decide that something that I don't know. So we're going to call them the nutsos. The nutso salute. You know what I mean? The nutso. That they're thinking Elon Musk is a nutso because he went like this. Elon Musk, who went to Auschwitz, I think, with Ben Shapiro, I thought the guy was a Zionist, which is okay. That's not illegal. This guy went out of his way. It's like, Elon, take it easy. Et tu? Did AIPAC get you? This guy was there's no way. Elon did not give a nutso salute to anyone. The Democrats are so devoid of plan, focus, they have nothing. And they will jump. I thought there's no way. The ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, said, no. Call Elon. And then they said, he's autistic. What? He's autistic. He goes like that and he dances. Wait a minute. That's autism? Oh, he's autistic. Barron's autistic. Everybody's autistic. Everybody's an expert in this. So wait a minute. He went like this. I use my hands a lot too. I'm sure I do. Remember when this meant the white supremacist? Please look at the picture. Please look at the thumbnail. Please go to my YouTube, my X. Everybody's done this. When you wave, when you put your hand out, they're not nutsos. AOC did this. She's not a nutso. Elizabeth Warren is not a nutso. She did this. Obama did this. Pelosi did this. Everybody did this. This is how nuts this is. This is how crazy this is. This is, the Democrats have nothing. Nothing. They actually have nothing. Nihil. Nada. Nothing.
What do you think of Elon Musk, perhaps the president's most visible advisor, doing 2 Heil Hitler salutes?
Now, let me stop right there. This is a man that did not say when he was presented this, I am not going to make a goddamn fool out of myself by letting somebody think that he's picking this moment, this reference. What? Look at him. Seems like an intelligent person, has a nice suit, Congress, I think he's a Senate. I have no idea. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry for that. Listen to this again.
Of Elon Musk, perhaps the president's most visible advisor.
Now, wait a minute. Remember he said this now. This will haunt him for the rest of his life.
Doing 2 Heil Hitler salutes last night at the president's televised rally.
No, Elon Musk.
Now, this is Elise Stefanik, who, by the way, is so, how do I say this? She is as probably the biggest, again, I think it's unfair to say AIPAC always, but she was the one who said, if you dared to utter an anti-Israel or anti-Bibi statement on a campus, not somebody who dared attack Jewish students, that's a different story. But if you were to say anything about from the river to the sea, you were an anti-Semite. Now, she knows a little bit about, I think, extremist ideology. That's just absurd, because there were people there who were Jewish and from Israel themselves saying it. I don't think they're anti-Semitic. Okay, so understand what we've got now, the clash of the titans. Here's Elise Stefanik, okay? Now dig this.
Did not do those salutes. I was not at the rally, but I can tell you I've been at many rallies with Elon Musk, who loves to cheer when President Trump says we need to send our U.S. space program to Mars. Elon Musk is a visionary. I'm looking forward to his work in...
No, what she should have said was, listen, sir, let me ask you a question. Are you suggesting he's a nutso? Is that what you're saying? Let me get this straight. I'll get to my question or to the answer. Are you telling me Elon Musk has been a crypto nutso up till now? What are you talking about?
Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and look forward to looking how we can be more efficient and effective, but that is simply not the case. And to say so is the American people are smart, they see through it, they support Elon Musk. We are proud to be the country of such successful entrepreneurs. That is one of our greatest strengths as Americans.
Let me share with you what a few Americans have said about it. Evan Kilgore, a right-wing political commentator, wrote on X, "Holy crap, did Elon Musk just Heil Hitler at the Trump inauguration rally? This is incredible. We are so back." Andrew Torba, who's the founder of...
He is talking about, now this is, remember, let me just explain this to you. This is a man, this is a party that has nothing to say. This is a man who has nothing to say. Nothing. There's no party. There's no. I don't even know what to say. This is how demented. This is how demented we are. Seriously.
The right-wing Christian nationalist social platform Gab said incredible things are happening as he amplified the visual. The Proud Boys chapter.
Proud Boys, my favorite. The mythical, magical, I don't even know who I believe the head of. I couldn't even tell you what the Proud Boys is about. But this is all they have. Now let me just stop right there, because this goes to show you there is nothing. They don't have anything. Let me tell you a little something. Have you ever heard about the flag salute? Have you ever heard this? You ever tell you about this? Ever heard about the flag salute? Let me tell you about this. You're not going to believe how we used to salute the flag. But I'm going to tell you after this. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. Now, I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. Here's something you don't know. Most people don't know, but let me explain to you. This little thing that we had in our country is called the Bellamy salute. And this is very interesting. If you go to my X, please go. There's a picture of these kids saluting the Bellamy salute. It was created by James Upham in 1892. And it was designed to accompany Francis Bellamy's Pledge of Allegiance. The Francis Bellamy, his original pledge, had nothing to do with God or whatever it was. I think he was a socialist or something. He had some Tampa connection, but it was a salute designed to accompany this. And it was initially known as the flag salute. Now watch carefully. It originated as a palm out gesture. See what I'm doing? With an arm extended toward the flag, palm down, intended to inspire national pride. Look at these kids. You can see this picture. They stand there with their arms out like that, okay? The salute, now, after they said, I forget when they said, this is, when you say to the flag, then you turn your palm like this. You got it? So the kids start off, ready, stand, I pledge allegiance, arms out. It's called the Bellamy salute, okay? The salute was first demonstrated during the National School Celebration of Columbus Day on October the 21st, 1892, and was widely used in schools and patriotic ceremonies. However, during the 20s and 30s, the Italians, with their fascisti, and the nutzos adopted a similar gesture, the Roman salute, which led to growing controversy over the Bellamy salute's resemblance, okay, to these growing controversies, okay? Now, to address public discomfort, Congress amended the flag code on December the 22nd, 1942, officially replacing the Bellamy salute with a hand over the heart gesture. Despite resistance from groups like the United States Flag Association and the Daughters of the American Revolution, the change was made to dissociate the salute from its unfortunate new associations. Despite resistance from the United States Flag Association, who dug it, and the Daughters of the American Revolution. And the history of the Bellamy salute reflects the impact of historical context on cultural symbols. Yeah. Okay? This is how crazy we were over this. This was a way. I pledge allegiance, like that. Like this. Towards the flag, and then when you say to the flag, you flip like that. Here's something else. During the course of this, the guy who looked like Chaplin, he stole everything from Mussolini. Mussolini used to go like this. He wanted to lift the world. That was his movement at first. The other guy wanted this, to control, to crush. And now you know the rest of the story. So these people to now have no idea. They have no plans for anything. Nothing. The only thing they have is to talk about this. That's it. Because for 4 years, people like my friend Larry had no idea. They weren't involved in anything. Leah Thomas and this, the COVID, nothing. They just didn't. I said, do you have any thoughts about abortion? Well, abortion. Do you have any? I don't know. I said, is there anything that gets you? Oh, and they're Democrats. I said, do you ever feel any kind of human rights? No. And I mentioned, for example, and I find this to be so most fascinating. Nobody ever says anything about the Palestinians. They don't exist. They're just like, well, this is my friend. But the officers, I said, who were the officers who were hurt? Nobody. The only person who lost their life was Ashley Babbitt. What are you talking about? What is this? What about so here I am, like you are, and I'm thinking to myself, are these people serious? Now, here's what we need to do. And this is what I told you before. And Elon, you better be listening. We've got to have a strike force ready to go. An absolute strike force. A group of, online, because online is where you saw what this Congress, whoever this guy was. You saw what he was talking about. So-and-so said this, so-and-so. Have you heard this guy, Nick Fuentes? I don't know who these people are. I don't know what they can say whatever they want. I don't care. Doesn't matter. They need to be swarms. Look at the picture. Look at the thumbnail. Look at these pictures. Look. And swarm them. Demand that Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, and AOC, all of them immediately step down, retire, or whatever it is because they themselves have issued the same gesture. This is how insane this is. Nobody understands what has happened. Nobody understands what has happened. For 4 years, this country was run by no one. No one. And when I try to tell people, I said, do you understand the notion of the pardon? Say what you want about President Trump. He issues a pardon after something has happened. I got a problem with that. As I sent in another email, newsletter, news, whatever you want to call it, remember, sign up for this. I said the whole notion of the pardon is out of it. It's lost its mind. Even Andrew Hamilton said this is a benign kind of this is the rarest thing ever. And it was just to be used during the course of the nascent period of the country during our development, because we didn't have courts and a history of common law and the 8th Amendment against cruel and unusual punishment and habeas corpus. We didn't have any of this appellate courts. It was brand new. So in order to deal with that, like for example, Washington had regarding the Whiskey Rebellion, we had the pardon. That was it. And it's not supposed to be used because you like somebody. It's not supposed to be used because, well, but at least you can say, okay, he did something. Let's pardon, who was it? Whoever the black, whatever. Let's pardon Jesse James. Why? I don't know. What does it mean? I don't know. What is the purpose of this? It's turned into this kind of I don't even know what it is. It's just, I really like these people. This is incredible. There is Jerry Nadler thinks, and AOC thinks that Elon Musk is a nutso. And up till now, he did all that Auschwitz stuff with Ben Shapiro just to cover up. He was waiting for this moment to finally let the world know. Yes. And they think nothing of it. Because for 4 years with Trump and then 4 years afterwards, they said, just say whatever you want. We'll cover you. There was nothing that they came up with a story about the Russian, the Undinism on the percales of the... Nothing was okay. Oh, that's all right. That was absurd. Nobody even understood it. They have no sense of due process. What they did to Trump for these 34 charges, the cases, the indictments, which nobody can even explain, they think nothing of it. Nothing. And they said, but look what you've done. Look what Hunter's done. Well, whatever. Trump, when he leaves, should basically say, I'm going to give a pardon to everybody that I've ever known. What? Just whatever it is. My family, in-laws. There has to be some form, and I don't know what kind of judicial review we can have because I don't think it's as plenary as possible. There has to be something. We have to look at this. And Joe Biden had absolutely no concern about any of this stuff whatsoever. Fauci? It's the most incredible thing I've ever. I mean, Fauci, this guy deserves to be under the jail. Liz, who was it? Benny Johnson and Liz Cheney. They destroyed January 6th information. This is spoliation. This is Brady against Maryland. This is almost civil rights, and nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody. And don't look anywhere. Don't look for Fox News or to help, because they don't have the killer instinct. I guarantee you, nobody has the guts to say this. Elon Musk should say, I want you. I want victims. I want members. I want people whose families perished in the camps, survivors, to go and say, how dare you sully, diminish, liquidate the memories of my family by suggesting that this guy, him, by making some hand gesture, is tantamount to what we've been through? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Where is the anti-Semitic? That's, if you will, not only anti-Semitism, but that's, you're taking something which is so much, not embellished, emblazoned in our history. I know people who constantly say, I am a daughter of a survivor. I am a son of a survivor. I'm a survivor. Their entire life. And I'm not mocking this. I'm telling you, this is how they've been affected. They can't, I'm a survivor. I'm the son of a survivor. My family of the survivor. Okay. I've got another one too. They tell me these stories where the flea, and I said, do you understand what they're doing? They're mocking this. They're mocking you, who told me everything about, and Elise Stefanik should be going berserk by saying, you dare even suggest for a moment that Elon, by making a sign. If somebody goes like this, you're mocking black power. You're mocking your slavery. What? It's beyond comprehension. And what's going to happen is nothing. Nothing's going to happen. Pilgrim says he's waiving the presidential payroll. He's waiving the presidential payroll. I mean, Trump, he never takes a salary, if that's what you mean. Lori Cook says, what if J6ers are in Guantanamo? What if those individuals, nobody cared about this, because the notion of J6 was so embellished, so inflated, so it's nothing. What, the 10 years? Who was it, the guy from the Proud Boys? I couldn't tell you what the problem was. How about Antifa? Who runs Antifa? I don't know. Antifa was as organized as you can imagine. PDF, I saw this. NYPD Intel, they were coming. They said, here's what you do, frozen water, do this. But what about them? Black Lives Matter. This woman, Colors, remember, her house, the whole thing. This was orchestrated. This was domestic, orchestrated, choreographed, urban terror, domestic terror. Absolutely nothing but the Proud Boys. And they were supposed to, those people, the guy with the eye patch, the guy with the pot belly, the guy with the Gadsden flag, the one with the, hey, this, he was going to take over the country. He and those people could outrun, outfire, outmaneuver the 82nd Airborne, the 1st Marine Division, Special Forces, Delta, SEAL Team 6. That guy? Lori Cook says Catherine Herridge is there now. Yeah, I saw that today. I don't know where this is from. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. She was there, and I don't know. So I'm glad. Thanks for reminding me. I don't know what happened with it. You've got to teach these people a lesson. You've got to teach this guy and everybody who is a survivor, anybody who lost someone in any of the prison camps, in the horrors, should go storm his office and say, how dare you? This is the most ridiculous thing. How dare you trivialize? And if somebody somewhere agrees you're going to juxtapose this, they took this stupid son of a bitch and they handed him the storyline. He says, okay, I'll do it. And somebody did the research, and he went out there and took the bait. They've got to drag this guy out and grind him into dust. But they're not going to do that because Republicans don't have a killer instinct. Did you see Elise Stefanik? Oh, I don't think so. Elise, this is your thing. You've been screaming anti-Semitic every 5 minutes because of somebody who dared to disagree with, in some cases, Israeli policy, or who said from the river to the sea. You went berserk. You went crazy. And this was your chance to sit there and say, how dare you? They don't even know the script. They're not good at this. They're not good at this. And let me also tell you something that's going to be tough. You better turn that Fox News off because they don't have it. They can't do 4 years of isn't Trump great. Greg Gutbucket, everybody's favorite, is a little titmouse who only is good at snide remarks. He can't do anything supportive. What are you going to do? Do you think he's going to go for 4 years saying that was great? What is he going to do? Talk about Joy Reid? What's he going to do? Explain what's happening? Do you know what's happening with the fires in North? No. Do you know it was snowing in Pensacola? Snowing? You think any of those jerk-offs on Fox News know anything about weather manipulation? No, they don't understand it. It's already 1 day in, and all they did was they went to the ball. Isn't it great? Wasn't Melania good? Okay, day 2. What do we say? I don't know. There's no Democrats in charge. What are you going to do? And maybe, just maybe, they might be able to resuscitate, because this thing before, the left wing, so to speak, the usual suspects, MSDNC, CNN, they were just careening out of control because nobody cared, because everybody lied. I don't know now. Keep an eye on this. What are you going to do? Hey, Fox, what are you going to do? Newsmax, what are you going to do? Can you handle 4 years of wasn't Trump great? Do you want to tune into wasn't Trump great? How much of that do you want to hear? Can you take that? I don't want to hear that. I know that. What are you going to do? He was great. You're going to bring out Victor Davis Hanson and talk about the Peloponnesian War again? What are you going to do? He's fantastic. I know that. He's such a leader. Jesus, you already said that. What else? Did he do anything wrong? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, what are you going to do? So what I'm telling you is that if you want to know what's going on, you're not going to go there. They don't know what to do. There's so much stuff going on right now when it comes to streaming. It's the most incredible thing. Just watch this. I'm going to say this again to you. Alex Jones, on any given day, has about 30 different things going on. A lot of it has nothing to do with Trump, but Fox News can't get near this. They can't go what's going on internationally. They can't talk about things like, Bilderberg or whatever the hell the story is. No. I see it as clear as day, my friends. I'm telling you, The president is doing great. God love him. But I'm not going to sit here all day long and say, isn't he great? Of course he's great. What else is the problem? We haven't gotten to the problem. He's going to be going to California. Everybody there knows what this is about. This is a burnout. This is a deliberate forced sale. This is so obvious. Trump's got to say something about globalism. Say it. Globalism. And turn to some of your friends. It's going to make some friends, especially a lot of his buddies now. You think Bezos and that weird thing he's not married to, but whatever she is, you think he's on board? Do you think Zuckerberg seriously is a Trumpy now? Do you really think that? And the fella from Google and whatever, come on. He was talking about AI today. You know who's on the AI? I think it was OpenAI. You know who the board is? Have you seen this? If you want to find out what's going on, if you want to really go in behind it, you need to go and look at various platforms, but you're not going to be hearing it on Fox News or any of that other kind of stuff. Believe me, Victor Davis Hanson ain't going to help you out with that one. Or the usual suspects. No. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Day one, he's done some wonderful things. Getting rid of stuff, letting the J6 people, God bless him for that. God bless him. What those people went through is a horror. It's horror. And the left doesn't understand it at all. So we'll see what happens. But let me tell you something. If you think that those bastards on the, I call them the left, whoever they are, if you think they're going to just go away, if you think they're just going to just go away and they're going to say, okay, whatever it is. If you think that, do you know what they've got in store? They're going to bring immediately lawsuits. Okay, bring the lawsuits. The thing he has to do, first and foremost, I've got something out about, it's coming, I think it was out today, about whether, let me ask you something. Are you able to understand why the birthright provision of the 14th Amendment needs to be changed? Lori Cook says they haven't released them. WTF. No, it's a bunch of them have been released. A bunch of them last night. In fact, loads of them were. It was almost like it was done without Trump even saying anything. I know there were some, but I heard a lot were released. Are you able to understand, to explain why the 14th Amendment, what the president's basis for this is? If you got to know this. I put it out in the newsletter. Again, that newsletter, I hate that term, but sign up for it. You got to be able to explain what this thing means. What does it mean? What doesn't the 14th Amendment say this? No. There's a particular clause of the 14th Amendment. And I know people, and you can't be like this, who are going to say, well, what? No. You're not Harris Faulkner. You got to get to the bottom of this. You got to be able to understand this. You got to be able to explain this thing. It's very, very critical. Very, very important. There's some really critical things here. And the first thing we have to do is to get rid of this birthright, because think about this. If two illegals have a kid here in this country, should that child then be an American citizen? Or those jackpot babies? Remember that story? Remember that one? Remember that was, who was that? Michelle Malkin years ago? Where did she go? She just fell off of the face of the earth. Not that I miss her or anything, but do you remember that one? I have one coming up. It's scheduled. Which one is this? This is the, let me see, 8 o'clock. This is the, this is the nutso one. Oh, this is a beauty. This is an absolute, this is one for the offering. No, the one that went out, it's number 279. This one here. Yes, this one here. Let me give you a little bit of a background. And I hope you sign up for that. And this one is called, this one is called, Well, Trump's, let me give you an idea. I don't know the name of the actual, let me see, what's it called? Just a minute. I'm looking at these. These are really good, by the way. They're really, really good. 279. Whatever. It has a name, I don't know. Here's the issue. I want you to listen carefully. Listen how dry this is. Imagine Gut Bucket doing this one, okay? Okay, listen to this. At the heart of the debate, this is what people are saying about this. This is important that you know this. At the heart of the debate is the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment, okay? And it says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States. Here's the lingo. Listen to this. This is what you got to pay attention to. And subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. All citizens born or naturalized in the United States. And the and means you got to have both, not or, and. So his executive order challenges this long-standing interpretation of the clause, and they focus on the phrase subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And what Trump and his administration are asserting is that the phrase has been misapplied for decades, leading, this is important, to an unsustainable policy of birthright citizenship for children of illegal immigrants. The president is saying that the position aligns his with the original intent of the 14th Amendment, made it clear that citizenship was meant to apply only to those who owe full allegiance to the United States, not to individuals who violate its laws by entering illegally. And they give this 1898 case called U.S. against Wong Kim Ark, and they explain the whole thing to you. But that's the argument. That's the argument. And it is incumbent upon you as a bright and a smart and a with it citizen to pay attention. Crypto says, I got my first periodical today. Thank you. Excellent. I take it you mean the newsletter or whatever this is called. Remember when they told you that the 14th Amendment prevented Trump from running for office because he couldn't hold office because he planned or was guilty of an insurrection, and you read it, and we parsed you're going to have to do this. Gut Bucket's not going to do that for you. Judge, none of these people are going to do it. They're not, because they speak to you on a third grade level. You know that, and I know that. So my friends, let us get ready. Crypto and Lori Cuck and Pilgrim, thank you. Good for you. So here's what we're going to do. And listen carefully. We're going to get to the bottom of what's happening right now. And we're going to go right to it. And I want you to listen. And I don't want to sit around all day and say, wasn't he great? We know that. You don't need me. I don't want to be just to tell you obviously, wasn't he terrific? Maybe that's your style. Maybe I'm missing the point. I know that. I want to know what's coming. What's good? What are we looking at? You never got to the TikTok story. Nobody ever talked about that. You notice that? Did you ever see that? Did you see the TikTok warning? Go to my X account at Lionel Media. Go look at it. Look what I've got. It's the most incredible thing in the world. I thought this is what it said. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. What the hell does that mean? They knew it was a work. So why did he do it? Why did it, forget Biden, he doesn't know what he's doing. Why did they do this? Anybody? Why did they do this? Why? You know how big TikTok is? Do you think this was about China? Anybody thinking? What was it about? What was it about? China's buying all the property around military bases. Not because they want to grow sorghum or pinto beans or whatever the hell they grow. No, it's because of the information. They had weather balloons fly across the country before they were shot down. And if China wanted the data, they just buy it. What was it about? What was it about? Information. No, I just told you. The information, it's cheaper than you don't need TikTok. Buy the information. Drones? What does that mean? It wouldn't be back up if it was. No. Money? Nope. It's not money. What are we getting? We're not going to get any money for this. Where do you go for clarity? Stifling free speech? Nah, you don't care about free speech. What, do you think Trump, what? Why? See, they don't tell you anything. They just throw this at you. It's very complicated. Zuckerberg's there. Control the narrative. Remember last week when there were a lot of folks who did not care for, really didn't care for, this pro-Palestinian, absolute, brutal message. They thought, this is, no. See, nobody wants to talk. People just forgot about that. They just forgot about this. Watch what's happening in the Middle East. Why didn't Bibi show up at the narrative? Can't they guarantee his safety? He's not going to be arrested in this country. Why wasn't he here? I don't understand it. Why wasn't Michelle here? Why wasn't... It's another story. What's happening in the Middle East? People have to say, this is like my friend Larry. Oh, I don't know, Iran is bad. They're bad? They're all bad? Have you ever talked to anybody from Iran? They're bad? After 9/11, they were the first country in the world, if I recall correctly, they had a candlelight vigil in Tehran for us. Hezbollah? What's Hezbollah? Houthis. Oh, they're all crazy. What are you talking about? You have no idea. None. Where's MBS? Where was Mohammed bin Salman? Why wasn't he there? What's going on with him? What's going on with the BRICS countries? How are we going to figure that one out? You can talk about all this stuff. You think Greg Gutbucket's going to talk about that? No. I'm telling you, I want you to join me. I'll try to bring it down to you as easy as possible. But it's the complexity that's what's fascinating, not this usual stuff. Why did Melania wear a hat? Did he put his hand on the Bible? Who gives a shit? What does it have to do with anything? What does that mean? I heard somebody to say that the reason why she wore a hat was she didn't want to look anybody in the eye or because it was cold. What? What are you talking about? She's not out there in the cold. What does this mean? This was a very serious conversation. Well, why do you think she wore? And what was that about? And did you like her dress? And what about the... Oh, God. We'll see about this. The fun gets going now, my friend. I can't wait. And I can't wait till he starts dealing with China, when he starts dealing with the rest of the world, when he starts saying, what's going on? We've got a very interesting thing. China and Russia are like this right now. What's he going to do? What? He better cut NATO loose. What's he going to do with Putin? Putin was very good. He said, I want to talk to you. If Putin sits down with Trump and says, what would you do if China built a military, or if all of a sudden China or NATO basically put a China base on your border, right there at Mexico, what would you do? China, military base right there. What would you do? Any questions? That means that narrative, that stupid narrative, like Fox News, General Jack Keane, that war hawk, that war profiteer, that ghoul from the Institute for the Study of War. And who runs that? The Kagans and the Newlands. This is Anyway, I'm getting too impatient. See, I want to hit the ground running. That's what I want to do. And we are going to do that. All right, dear friends, make sure a couple of things. Number one, sign up for the epistle, the bulletin, the periodical, the news sheet, whatever you want to call it, the newsletter, whatever word makes, sign up for it at 8 o'clock right now. It's dropping right now. This is the one on the hypocrisy. Number two, make sure you sign up and follow Lynn's Warriors. Got some great stuff. Has a great interview with what's really going on in the LA fires today with an investigative reporter. And make sure you are absolutely, positively, 100% subscribed right here to Lionel Nation. I found out that 87%, I don't think it still holds up, 87% of the people who watch the video, who watch the channel, aren't subscribed. And February the 22nd, right here in Manhattan, New York City, at the Cutting Room, round 2. We had the pre-show, and now we have the post. And it's going to be you and me and Mrs. L, but we're going to be talking one-on-one. You've got questions. I'm not going to do some stupid routine. I'm not going to go up there and make jokes. This is serious business. You will find yourself, you'll say, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like it. It was like a press conference with music and laugh and friends. Plus you get to meet, that's the most interesting, fellow travelers. All that coming up. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Don't ever change it. It's colder than a well digger's ass in New York. I mean, today it was freezing. So much for that global warming business. All right, kids, have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow at the usual time. But don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.